A lot of times we think that when things go wrong in our lives, it must be God doing it to us. But Galatians 6 in verse 7 says, "Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You always harvest what you plant." God is a just judge. He'll always give us what our actions deserve, for the good or the bad. But his heart in the matter is to hand us all good. He doesn't ever want to hand us judgment. He wants to bless us. However, just like with a courtroom, if a criminal goes before a judge and he has to face consequences for what he did, to him at the time it might seem like it's a judge's fault when really it's not. The judge is simply giving him what he's already earned. So, likewise, somebody coming to a judge for justice for a wrong done to them, if they've done right, they should expect to receive something good coming their way. So what Paul's saying here is that's really what it's like with our Father in heaven. If we sin against him, we can expect that there will be consequences. It doesn't mean that he's out to get us. It doesn't mean that he's, this vengeful God who's just looking to hurt us. He's looking to bless us, which is why he's given us this word. This is so that we can have a good life. It's not so he can take our fun away. He knows that the only way to a truly good life is to obey his word. So we can always expect that whatever we do, there's going to be an effect. So there's a cause and effect. So whatever we do today, we're going to feel one way or another where that leads. So if we give in to unforgiveness, we can expect that we're going to have, the Bible says that we are left up to the tormentors. When we have unforgiveness in our heart, we're welcoming Satan into our lives, and he will come in with spirits to torment us. And what that looks like oftentimes might be repeating the hurt over and over and over again in your head, losing sleep over what's happened, always thinking about the worst and expecting the worst in people instead of forgiving them and moving on. However, if someone wrongs us and we choose to forgive, no matter what it feels like, no matter what they did, we will have peace in our lives. We will sleep at night. We might have somebody who does something horrible to us, but if we forgive them, it can't rule our lives. It simply can't. But if we give in to that unforgiveness, we're the ones, it's kind of like drinking poison, waiting for the other person to die. We're going to harvest whatever we plant. So one way or another, it's going to come back. Another way, a worldly way of calling it is karma. With God, there isn't karma, but there is a spiritual principle that we will reap whatever we sow. So, a reminder, whatever we do, it will have an effect on us, and it will have an effect on those around us. And we have the choice to be led by the Spirit or by the flesh. So, every morning, I always try and remember to ask God to lead me in a way that will help me to be conscious of every decision I make so that I don't harvest something that I don't want. So we can plant whatever seeds we want, but whatever we plant is what's going to grow. God bless.